Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon White 2. I'm your Gamer. In the last episode we took on the champion of the Elite Four, who happens to be Iris this time around, and we obviously beat her. So the post game begins with us back in our home, and of course, for the most part, like through a lot of the games, once you beat the game, you happen to get the Pokédex upgrade, which happens to be for the National Dex. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. We'll also be getting a free some free items from our mother. Pardon that noise, I had to readjust my headset. But yeah, we'll be getting a couple of max revives from our mother as well, so a lot of cool stuff. There's also a little bit more dialogue at the beginning of this episode as well, in the form of Hugh and his little sister. So, yeah, and what we're going to be doing today is, before we do anything post-game, there's something else that I really want to do because I put it off because I was, like, so caught up in the actual game story that, we just never went back to take care of it. And that is going back to the Pokemon World Tournament and dealing with the cave that's next to it, which happens to be the Relic Passage, which leads to the Relic Castle, which holds something that we need to kind of be like 100% prepared for and shit. So instead of just flying straight to the World Tournament, we're going to be flying back to Driftvale City because we need to get a Pokemon that I probably thought we'd never use in this Let's Play, and yeah, that happens to be Crustle, the Crustle that we caught just before going out to the ship that in that one area. Yeah, we're going to be getting that Crustle out of the PC. We're going to be swapping it out for Electros, of course. We need it because of its level, not to mention the fact that what we're going to be using it for, it does just enough damage to help us, which is what we need, because obviously we're going to be catching something, and yeah, I mean, if you don't know what it is from the video's thumbnail, then, I mean, I don't know, like, it'll be news to you then, I suppose. But yeah, that's the part of the reason, and we also need to teach it Strength, because you need Strength for the area that we're going to be going in, and Dig is going to be our move of choice against what we're going to be trying to catch. So, yeah. Speaking of news, by the way, this was kind of, it was on the 23rd, I believe, so yesterday, and I didn't do an episode yesterday, so yeah. But yeah, speaking of news, for those of you in Europe, some new hardware bundles have been announced. This bundle is for a special Primal Groudon or Primal Kyogre themed Nintendo 2DS. These consoles are transparent red and blue to match the Ruby and Sapphire theme of the games. The consoles will be available on their own in Europe on November 7th without the Pokemon game, or bundled with the Pokemon game on November 28th. They have also revealed details on the demo in Europe coming in various areas on October 15th. The Pokemon OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire special demo version will be available in the UK from Game, Amazon, Smith, Toys, Superstores, Shop2, and the Nintendo UK official store from October 15th until launch. The codes will then also be made available through a internal database, or through, yeah, it says a internal databases, or no, I guess, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. A number of partners, or other partners, including Wikia, Bin Weevils, and Nintendo Life until mid-November. Amazon, Smith, Toys, Shop2, and Nintendo UK official store will be sending these codes out to fans via their internal databases. Game stores will distribute their codes nationwide via Nintendo Zone. The Netherlands has announced that you can get the demo at their first look event on October 11th and 12th, or at their autumn tour. Italian details have been revealed. You can get the demo in Topolino and okay, I'm not gonna even bother, but it's a magazine. And end of October, and in Focus Junior Magazine in early November. During the Nintendo Alinda tour, I think that's how that's pronounced, October 18th and December 14th in the main Italian malls. During Milan Games Week from October 24th to October 26th at some place I can't fucking pronounce. This is all in Serebii, I'm just reading it off of here. And at the Nintendo stand in Geocare from November 21st to November 23rd. Again, in the same city that I just can't ever begin to pronounce. Continuing on, if you're in Belgium, you can receive the demo at the FACTS, or FACS Festival, in Ghent on October 18th and 19th, and the Nintendo On Tour Mall Tour. It's kind of weird that they just used the word Tor like 5 times. Portuguese players can receive the demo at Iber Anime Oppo 2014, Lisbon Comic Con Games Week, and at the FNACA Media Market and El Corte Inglés from October 15th. Switzerland will receive the demo at the Swiss Toy Fair from October 1st to October 5th, but the codes for the demo cannot be redeemed until October 15th. French details have been revealed. There will be multiple methods, the first being through codes distributed at Paris Games Week from October 29th to November 2nd. Other methods will be running from October 15th but have yet to be announced. So, a lot of mouthful there, a lot of names that I can't pronounce. So I mean, I'm just not going to bother trying to pronounce this really long, like, F word, and you know, just all day. But yeah, so far I like how that the United States hasn't had any kind of reveal on like how we're getting the demo or even when we're getting it, considering we're very close to October. But I mean, whatever, I guess. So I don't know, but yeah. I mean, if you're in any of those areas, be sure to get the demo, because apparently it comes with a mega that can be actually transferred over, which is cool, I suppose. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a free mega like that. I'm probably going to get the demo, assuming it's not going to be retarded. I like the fact that they just make everyone go to their local game store or all these other events just to get the code, when people are probably just going to get the code and sell it on eBay for like, I don't know, $25, $30 just because they're greedy like that. I mean, have we all forgotten the, you know, Smash Brothers demo codes? I mean, I was lucky enough to get one again from a friend that was very, very generous and went out of their way to help me get one. And they were associated with eShop Companion. So again, I'd like to ask you guys to go check that out, because again, I'm very grateful for it. But I mean, people were really greedy with those codes, and a lot of the people that had the codes often had, you know, one for themselves, leaving them 2 extra ones to do with as they pleased. I mean, let's be real. Seriously, you're gonna charge people like $20 for a code that they can just get the free version literally a week later, and then, you know, a few weeks after that they can just get the full version of the game. I know I'm getting the full version of the game. I don't know about anyone else watching. I'm sure that I would hope that a lot of the people that are watching actually are getting the game, because it's Super Smash Brothers. Like, seriously, if you're not a fan of, you know, Smash Brothers, you're not a major fan of Nintendo, I suppose, because it's basically one of their best games that they've ever released. But I mean, whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm just kind of praying that people aren't so stingy with the demo codes for this. I mean, I'm assuming that certain codes won't work on other DSs, like if someone gets it in Europe or whatever, a US player can't fucking use it. But I mean, I don't know. Like, honestly, I really just hope that, you know, it's not going to be ridiculous for people here. If I have to go to GameStop, I will. I mean, whatever. I would really like to have the demo. And honestly, I think, okay, in a way, I think it's stupid that they are making people to go to, you know, go to stores and events to get the code. But at the same time, it's essentially you paying to go and get it, because obviously you have to use up gas to go to these events. You have to have a whole bunch of screaming kids outside, apparently. And, yeah, like, when you think about it, you're actually giving out of your own wallet to get these codes. And if you bring the codes home and then you're like, oh, ebay.com, time to list code, yeah, like, seriously? I mean, it seems counterproductive. You basically wasted gas money to go get a code that you're going to come back home and waste, you know, more gas on your way home just to go on eBay and sell the code. Seriously? Like, are you being real right now? But, I mean, like, that's part of why I think that it's kind of a good thing that they're doing this, just because, you know, why would you sell it then? You're literally giving up gas and stuff that you have to put back into your car at some point just to, you know, sell a code. So, I mean, it's kind of their way of preventing people from getting the code and then just selling them. But, I mean, I don't know. I am kind of happy that they're doing it like this, but at the same time it seems very inconvenient. I know that there's like one of those Pokemon clubs that they have, but I don't think that very many people are actually a part of that, so that's probably why they're not ever going to do something like that. But I don't know. It'd be kind of cool if they did something like that through the global link. I mean, what the hell? Like, that would have been universal, basically. Everyone would be able to obviously get on there and get it. They can update each of the individual global links, whether it be Japan, Europe. I don't know if Europe has a different global link than the rest of the world, just like Japan does, but I know that Japan and America do, so obviously they could update one and update the other later and do whatever. But I don't know. Honestly, like, I'm looking forward to what this demo holds. I kind of want to see how things play out. From what I gather, you are apparently going to have I forget their names, the second stage of the evolutions, basically around the 7th gym, which makes no sense to me. So I'm wondering if there's like a way for you to get there whenever you have your second evolution of your starter or whatever. You know, I don't know, like, it just seems weird. I would never have anything but like Blaziken or Swampert or Sceptile by that point in the game, like, especially like Sceptile and like all three of them basically, because I mean, fighting moves, you know, water moves, grass moves. I mean, Swampert's kind of the best starter for that gym anyways, but I mean, Moss Deep's gym's like whatever, but I don't know, like, it's gonna be weird. I haven't read up too much about the demo itself actually, but I mean, it looks like it's gonna be interesting, and from what I've heard, there's apparently gonna be a Mega Evolution that you can obviously get and transfer over once you have the actual copy of the game. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know about everyone else. And by the way, I actually didn't know that you could get all the way back to the Castelia sewers by going through there. So, hell, I learned something from this episode. And as a result, I had to kind of go all the way back. Thank God I have Dig on, you know, Crystal for that. And then this is literally the last trainer. We will not have enough time to actually catch the Pokemon that's in the Relic Castle today. We will probably be starting that off immediately on, you know, the next episode. But, I mean, whatever. At least you know how to get to it if you really want to, you know, go ahead and try and catch it on your own. But, I mean, if you followed along the entire way by yourself, like, you know, with me, then, you know, you probably haven't caught it yet. So, I mean, I don't know. But, whatever. I mean, you'll know it's there so you can catch it and do whatever you want, really. But, I mean, I'm not going to be able to do it until tomorrow. This thing's a pain in the ass to catch because even when I sped that up, like, because obviously I play on emulator, even though I sped it up, like, it's like, yeah, we're just not gonna get into the goddamn Pokeball. So I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun, especially since I'm not gonna be speeding it up. So I mean, but whatever. I really don't know how people deal with these kids all the time. Not that I have a problem with them really, but I mean, it's just like whatever. And we're gonna check this other direction too, because I don't remember if there's anything over in this way. I think there isn't. I think it's just like a, you know, Ultra Ball, but I mean, whatever, it's a free Ultra Ball, I suppose. I mean, go get it. But I mean, it's kind of funny that they leave it there. It's like, here you go, have a Pokeball to catch this Pokemon with. Anyways, once we go into this room, our Repel will rear out, and then we will use another one, and then we will be confronted with the kind of pseudo-legendary Volcarona, which is a Pokemon that normally evolves around level 64. But, yeah, it's level 35, that's why I brought Crustle along, because it's lower level and can do some decent damage. Anyways, what we're going to be doing in the next episode is catching Volcarona, and then we'll be probably starting on into the cities that we couldn't get into until, you know, now. So, yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer, signing out.